Are you someone that just wants to sit back, chill out, relax whilst you're farming your SHD watch, control points for gear pieces, blueprints, all of that stuff? Then this is for you. Stick with the gameplay and I'm gonna be back right in a minute. So before we get into the build, I just want to show you, look at this skin, man. We're looking shiny, we're looking refreshed. Just came back from a fashion shoot with all of these lot. Let me just show you the drip. Look at the drip, look at the drip, look at that. Alright, cool. Yo, welcome back to another Division 2 video. And today we're just going to be getting into my skill damage build. Now, this build is what I basically use for all of my control point farming. I do use DPS now and then, but when I just want to chill, go on my phone, edit videos whilst I'm playing, or literally just eat my food, doing something, anything, and I can just complete, missions, complete control points. I'm just going to get right into the build. I'm not even going to waste time today, but as you can see, we're just sitting on all yellows. Now, with this skill build, you want to make sure you're sitting at tier 6. And when I say that, I mean that all your tiers are completely and filled all the way to the max bar, which is at the bottom left, so you can see the skill tier there. And there's some things in this build that, comes together and to why I have, a tier 6. So let's just get into the two weapons and why I'm using them. So this weapon is named a rifle, which is called the Surge. It has 125k damage. We got some decent rolls on here, 15% rifle damage, 12% crit damage, and stability. Now, I'm not really looking at all of these stats here, damage and all that sort of stuff, because I'm not dealing damage with my guns, I'm dealing damage with my skills. Now, the main reason why I'm using this gun is because headshots grants 25% skill damage for 8 seconds, and that talent is perfect spike. So all I got to do is hit an NPC in the head. If you watch the gameplay, I just tap them in the head with this weapon, and it's going to give me 25% skill damage for 8 seconds across whatever skill I want to use that's going to, do damage. So this is what's giving me extra damage towards my skills. So this is why I'm using that weapon. And of course, the Bullet King is to just sustain DPS. When you want to use this, you're just going to keep shooting. You don't have to reload anything. And yeah, I did get this again. So I'm happy that I got one of these. I did lose it before. Don't know why the devs took it off of me. But yeah, we don't talk about that. You guys know what two weapons I'm using and why I'm using them. So let's get straight into the gear. Wait, actually no. We'll go to the pistol. Now, I've got this pistol because when you do heroic control points and heroic missions, if you have all directives on like I do, you're going to run out of ammo. Now, the main reason why I need ammo and I might want ammo is to proc spike. Well, that comes with the technician pistol, which is this gun here, and what is the talent? Perfect spike. Pistols, you don't run out of ammo. You can just continuously reload them, so I just tag them with this to proc spike each and every time and then proc my skills. So that's why I have that pistol on. But let's just get into the gear pieces. You can see we got one China Light, we got one Wyvern, we got two Hanayu, we got an Alps and a Murakami. Now, most of you guys have probably seen builds like these before, but I'm not a PvE player. I'm a straight PvP player, and I just wanted to put something together for myself, and I thought, well, if I'm making it and it's something that I haven't really made in a long time, you know, something similar to this, I thought, let me drop it for you guys. So we got a China Light mask, and having one gives you 15% explosive damage. Now, the reason why I got explosive damage is because I'm using Seeker Mines, but we're going to get into the skills in a second. Let's go back to the mask. We got 10% skill damage on here, and this is what you need because skill damage is going to help towards this build. Why? We're just looking for skill damage. On this build, you want to mainly go for skill haste and skill damage, and the reason why I say that is because you want your skills back fast as possible, and you just want to deal as much damage as you can with them skills. We got a skill haste attribute there. It's not a very good attribute, but I mean, it is what it is. We get what we get. For the chest piece, we're using a Wyvern chest, and it's giving us 10% skill damage just for having one. So again, that's more skill damage. And you know, if you was watching and checking carefully on the core attribute on all of these pieces, we got +1 skill tier. And I'm going to get into that in a second for some people that might not know. I know some of you guys know already, like, come on, Addiction, man, I know this stuff, but new players, man, there's new players every day. We got skill haste and repair skills. I mean, come on. This is not what we really want. We want to replace repair skills with skill damage. So yeah, that's what I do for this chest piece. But the talents on the chest piece, we got glass cannon. And this is basically all damage you deal is amplified by 25%, but all damage you take is amplified by 50%. So you got to take in consideration you're going to be hitting much harder with the skills because glass cannon does deal damage to your skills. So that's why I'm running it, because I'm going to be getting more damage out of this by using glass cannon. So you got to remember that as well. But I got to be careful because obviously I'm going to be getting, you know, damaged a lot more, and that's why I stay in cover, I proc my skills and sit back. That's literally me. But yeah, this is basically why I'm using glass cannon, and I do recommend it. For the holster, we got a Hanayu holster, and we've got 2. So having 2 gives us 10% skill haste, which is what we need, and 10% skill damage. Perfect. We got repair skills here, which I'll change for skill haste, and then we got skill damage. Simple as that, guys. Murakami knee pad, skill damage, skill haste. And having 1 gives us 20% skill duration. Now, I was going to pick something else, you know, another piece. I just thought I need more skill duration. So I realized that Murakami, you know, it comes with that 20% just for having 1. I thought it was 2. That's how you know I don't really make PvE builds or, you know, skill builds. So yeah, that's why I got that there. And I'm happy with, you know, the rolls I have. I mean, I need a better skill haste attribute on my knee pad. I don't have any. So once I get that in the library, that's going to be maxed out. But for the glove, Hanayu glove, 10% skill damage, 10% skill haste. Simple, guys. Simple. Now, backpack. We got Alps Summit backpack. What does Alps give us? That 15% repair skills. Now, I'm not really interested in that. But, we've got 10% skill damage. We got status effects, which I'll change for skill haste. And we got skill haste mod. The main reason why I'm running this backpack for Alps is because it gives you a talent. And this is a named backpack. It's giving us perfect tech support. Skill kills increase total skill damage by 25% for 27 seconds. And that's a long time, guys. A very long time. 27 seconds is a long time. So as soon as my drone kills someone, that's it. This is going to proc for me. As soon as my Seeker Mines kills someone, that's it. This is going to proc for me. So that's what I like about it. And it's just going to keep my skill damage up. And it's going to synergize with Surge. And it's going to synergize with glass cannon. It's just going to go all in one with them 3 things. Now, my skills. So the main part of this build is your skills, right? As you can see, I'm at tier 6, and it's giving me 120% striker damage and 420% health to the drone. So when them NPCs be shooting it and all that sort of stuff, it's keeping up, it's staying up. Now, we got a cooldown of 13 seconds. I'm okay with that. The damage on this is 70k. I've had a lot more damage before, but let's just get into the mods. So we got duration of 6.4. We got 4.2% damage, which is not too bad. And we got 9.4% health, which is okay. So we got them mods there. That's the mods for the striker drone. But I do recommend this skill for skill builds because it does keep the NPCs away. It pushes them back. And say if there's an NPC behind you, you put your drone up, the NPC is going to focus on the drone and not shoot you in cover until that drone is been destroyed. Because of the duration and how long we have it up, they're not going to be able to destroy it as fast unless you're doing a legendary mission with the big guy that just comes and destroys it and says, listen, get out. You know what I mean? But of course, legendaries, you can have CC builds to stop that from happening, but we're not getting into that today because that's too much for me. But Seeker Mines got a 5.3% skill haste. Again, that's important. We got 4.5% damage, which I'm okay with. And of course, we've just added an extra cluster mine. 25 seconds on the cooldown there, which is okay. I mean, I could make it much faster, but I just feel like I'm okay with it right now. Damage was sitting at 2.6 mil, which is good, is nice. And for tier 6, you get 60% damage and plus 6 cluster mines. So if you guys don't really know about tiers and skill tiers, basically, the more skill tiers you have, the more damage you're going to be able to put out with skills, and the more healing you're going to be able to put out with certain skills, the more speed of things. All of this stuff comes in consideration towards your skill tiers. For example, if I only have tier 2, I'm only going to get 20% damage extra. But if I'm at tier 6, it gives me 60%. Just a little introduction for some of you that might not know. But yeah, this is basically my skill build. Damage on these two pieces is fine. I'm happy with them. You could go with a turret. I mean, I was using the turret for a while. That gives you 113k damage. So you can switch the Seeker Mines for the turret if you want and change the China Light piece, which gives you 15% explosive damage, to something else if you want to. But for me, I just wanted to change things up a bit and just come out my play zone of just straight DPS or tanks and PvP and all that. I wanted to just show you guys what I really run for my control points and for my SHD. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you my other build that I use for, you know, skill damage. You can just look at this one. This is basically hardwired with 2-piece Hanai with the turret and drone. Now, what does the drone hit for this build? 76. And for the turret, we're hitting at 121. So this build hits more skill damage, and you know, this is what I use in team base. But for solo, I use the one I just showed you now. And I'm just going to show you a brief summary of it. 10% skill damage, you know, 10% skill damage there. All across this 10% skill damage. And we got the hardwired, which is giving us 15% skill haste, 15% skill damage, and 15% repair skills for that. So this is what I use in a team. But I just thought I'd show you my other build. But for this is my solo farming build for all of them control points and their missions. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Spin Division Addiction. And as you can see, I got the Matrix glasses on. I'm looking fresh. Look at my character, man. People be hating on my character. Seriously. They really be hating. But look at the drip, though. When I come to the party, your girl's going to step back. She's going, okay. Alright. I see you. Yeah, guys. It's been Division Addiction. I got builds for subs dropping tomorrow. If you are new to the channel and you do not know about these series, just click the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and you're going to know when I upload these series and builds like this. It's going to keep you updated. Go to my playlists. We've got all the series there for you guys to watch and circle through to remind yourself and recap on what I do. And for Thursday, we're going to be back with Addiction Reacts. So be there, man. We're going to be doing this weekly for you guys. We're going to keep this going. Yeah, it's been Division Addiction. Peace and love and guidance and all of that them thing there.